Hi you guys. We're going to work with some pen and ink. Because I don't have the printing ink, we're not going to be able to make prints, and that's what I plan to do in the second half of the semester. Next week we'll begin to work with color, but I want to stay on some of the ideas that we've been working with in terms of like drawing and working with pen and ink. This is a drawing that was done with kind of a combination of coffee and stick. So what you're going to have to do is go outside and find a stick. You can find it under any tree, just something like this, and then you've got your razor knives and you're just going to shave it down a little bit. Always cut away from yourself like this. I'm just shaving this down. This isn't very sharp, but your knives have got to still be pretty sharp, so that's pretty good. So what that'll do is, this is my black ink. I'm just going to make some marks. It's like, that makes a long mark, and I want you to experiment some with this stuff in terms of mark making. This makes a long unbroken mark, and you're just playing around with it. Dots, dashes. This would be called a hatch, which could maybe follow the contour on a face, something like this, the way that those lines go down. And I'm just going to do a black drawing with the stuff to show you exactly what I'm talking about. I've got a bunch of examples and I've got a bunch of names. This can go on its side to lay in a strong dark, but you know, you could do it with dots. This is called stippling, and you could make your whole image up out of just stippling by building volumes. The more darks you put in, the more it shows up. Anyway, we're going to work with sticks, but we're also going to work with washes. And the idea of contours, I'm going to talk to you about that a little bit too. We're going to do a bunch of thumbnail sketches, and this is what I'm going to draw. This is a drawing from me. I mean, this is a photo of me from 1962, when I was 73, when I was 19 years old. So what I'm going to do is, this is about 2 by 3 inches, and that's what you get on your phone. You can work from images on your phone. Black and white photos, whatever. I've got a variety of things to show you. But let me just show you. I'm going to approximate this. So I'm going to say it's about this wide and about this long. It's a sketch, so if these lines go past, it doesn't matter. I may expand this. So I'm just going to find my way into this. I've already made this drawing once, but you know, these arms go like this. This torso goes like this. This furry head goes like this, and the hair goes like this, right? It might come up a little bit lighter. I'm going to go to one of my other pens that I really like. This one. This has got a really thin tip. So you cut a variety of them if you want to. And this makes a thin line. I'm coming out here. I don't care if there's wrong lines. That's not the point of it, and I'm going to show you how you can correct those lines too. We can put a little bit of white acrylic out. We can work back into this. This is a sketch, and it's just to work the idea up. A sketch isn't a finished drawing, but it could have elements of that, and you may find something that you particularly like. I'm going to ask you to do a series of them, and I'm also going to ask you to take one of them that you like and blow it up. You're also going to work from an object, like a toy or something. So I'm just putting these marks down, like where I see my nose, and I'm going to go into the hair. It's like this. It's like, come down here like this. I'm going to go in here because there's a little bit of a brow, and there's a little bit, I'll put a little bit of touches there because it shows a dent in my forehead. And then my mouth is up here like this. I seem to be smiling. I think my brother took this photo. Summer day. And come down here like this. Shadow falls off. That's pretty dark. And one of the things that I noticed in the drawings is that you guys weren't taking things dark enough. But I know it's really hard in the first drawings to even just get the form down. So I'm going to talk about that. The thing about this is it's inescapable that you have to deal with the darks. So this dark that's back behind me, it's so strong, and I can build this up out of hatching. I put some lines that go across, but what it really seems to do is fall down underneath me. So I'm going to do this, and I can build this volume of dark by cross-hatching, by going across like this. You can also build it with washes, which is I'm going to show you. Underneath here, underneath this arm, it really goes black. And comes down here like this. This hand comes down here. This shoe is here. Maybe I need a little more space here. That's fine. We'll just enlarge this out. It's a thumbnail sketch. We're just trying to work this drawing into the form in a way that's really interesting. So try not to drop your image like right into the center, because this is design class. And it's like working up pen and ink sketches is a great way. It's a traditional way of drawing, especially for designers, to show their ideas and to be really quick. You get volume really quickly, and you get value really quickly. This light goes off from here. I'm not particularly interested in all the details behind, but I could maybe do a little bit of something with this nose. This hair comes down like this, and this hair sticks out here like this. It seems to, I had a pretty good head of hair back in those days. So I'm showing you that. And then this comes in here. Something like that. And then this shadow falls through here. Got to make sure you get into the ink. And bring the phone back up. And it's like my first beard, so it's a little funny shape. There's an eye. So you see, it starts to show up. Okay, so the idea of hatching, I made a couple quick drawings from the saint here. And it's kind of a Renaissance idea to like show the volume of a face and value in a face. If I hold that down, you see the value changes. Goes a little bit darker, right? So that's kind of the angle I was looking at it. So I put a few exploratory marks in here to figure out what's going on. This is just with coffee. And I'm going to ask you to get a cup of coffee too, black coffee, and just work with Addison ink because it's incredibly forgiving. If you make any kind of a mistake, you'll never see it. And a lot of times when you look at Leonardo drawings, Leonardo da Vinci, he uses this brown. And so did a lot of the Dutch artists like Rembrandt, because it allows for mistakes to exist, but you know, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. So let's stop right there.